Good morning, holy brothers! Thank you very much for joining us once again. Today is the 22nd of Teves. It is the 3rd of January. And today we are in the Garden of Peace on page 175 on our pathway to peace. And today's lesson is called Awful Aloneness. It says in Bereshis 2:18, it is not good for man to be alone. Woo! A man who does not marry certainly does not fulfill the purpose of creation. Dude, what are you doing here? The divine presence rests only in a place where there is a male and female. A bachelor, however righteous he may be, this guy could be learning in Kollel for 20 years straight. Never misses a day, wakes up for Vasikin, gives tzedakah, has an unbelievable life of chesed. But that guy is unable to bring down divine presence into this world, into his house where he is living. Many great tzaddikim who were widowed later in their lives immediately remarried, no matter how old they were. It wasn't to have kids, I'm telling you that. They were dunzos. Despite the fact that they could have lived a life without a wife and may have had even more time for Torah, more time for their students, more time for Chet. Think about it. A rabbi, 60 years old, his wife passes away. How much more could he do for the world without having a wife to go back to at home? Right? So much more time, so much more energy, so much more freedom to do good things, not to play Xbox all day and sit at home like a bum. A rabbi we're talking about. Think of what he could do for the congregation, for the world, for his community, right? But even them, they need to make sure that their focus is the proper way in life, that they know their compass, they know where they're headed every single day. When you have a wife, she guaranteed to keep you on that straight and narrow path. She'll explode. She'll go crazy. She'll yell. She'll scream. She'll nitpick everything. You think it's so annoying. But because of her, we are able to fulfill our tikkun in life. We're able to know what to do, how to do, and when to do it. I promise you, she will not let you go one moment without being there to set you right. So, Rabbi Nachman of Breslov, when his first wife passed away, may his merit protect us, what did he do? He quickly remarried. Rabbi Nachman, we're talking about. He remarked that if not for great morning, holy brother, woo! So nice. Listen up, sit down quickly. We're talking about the fact that a tzaddik who can be amazing in life, if after he's 60 years old, his wife passes away, and he can do so much more chesed for the world and not be shackled to a wife at home. He can do so much more learning, so much more Torah, so many more students. Even a rabbi, you better believe that right away he should remarry another wife and have that constant criticism to help set him on his path to know what to do. You better be so thankful for your wife, dude. So Rabbi Nachman, when his wife passed away, also quickly remarried. He said if it wasn't for embarrassment, if it wasn't for the constant smacking over his head every single day, right? He would have remarried immediately after a month of mourning for his first wife was over. The Torah says it is not good for a man to be alone. You hear? Alone says it himself. It is not good to be alone. It's good to be alone. It's not to be alone. It is not good for a man to be alone. He wants to minimize the time that he has the status of being called not good, according to the Torah. You want to be good? You get your wife. Why is it good to have your wife? Because she's going to make sure you have the proper life that you're living. Even once a man is married, he has still not fulfilled his obligation in realizing the purpose of creation until he has what in his home? Peace. If you are not having that harmony, that peace, that joy, that love in your home, you're not doing what you're here for. You've been put down in this world for a primary purpose. This is it. The couples live in conflict and detrimental dissension fail to fulfill their purpose of creation. They're blemishing and tarnishing their souls. The divine presence wants to descend. God is waiting to come and fill your house with love and light. But guess what? God says, that home, I am not stepping foot into. The conflict between them causes conflict and separation supremely in the higher worlds, God forbid. Only when a person marries and then has harmony in his home with his wife, not just a ceasefire for a few minutes, hours, or days, or a lull in hostilities, or a break in the bombings for a tiny peace. That is not what we are looking for. We want peace. We want absolute shalom in the world and shalom in our homes. That's it. People think all these Jews in Israel, they want destruction, they want to kill everybody. They're some murderers, they're terrible people. They said if Israel put down their guns for a day and everybody knew it, there would be no Israel left. If our enemies put down their guns, we'd have peace in the world. You hear? We want peace. We want to be fighting our wives all day. You think you want to argue? If your wife tells you something, what are the first thing you're going to do? You're going to open your mouth, you're going to yell back at her, and that's going to create peace in your home? You think if I shut her up and I silence her, then there's going to be happiness? What the heck? Hello? She's going to bombastically bomb the heck out of you. No, you create peace, and then there's going to be peace. You fire back, you're going to create more war in your home. Hashem wants to dwell with you. He's looking for peace. He's waiting for you to say sorry and come back with teshuvah. Your wife is here to help you come back to God. That's it. That's the simple formula. This brings blessings and absolute abundance to the whole wide world. In virtue of a wonderful husband, Alon, and the wife that dwells in peace with each other. Like the two brothers we spoke about the other day. You listened to that lesson yet? Time to catch up. When they look for destruction and taking from one another, they create more strife. When each one looks to give, create the best harmony and peace in the world. Every husband must become aware that he has to learn and he has to invest time and work to have peace in the home. I promise you, it's not easy. Guaranteed, it's going to be a challenge. Even one who thinks that he's already achieved this and he knows what to do and has learned it has to refresh himself every single day. Because what happens if you don't? What happens? You fall, you fail, no question about it. No matter how good you are, no matter how much you know. Even one who thinks that they've achieved should know that he may have no idea what true peace in the home means if he's not reviewing, if he's not acting it every single day. As we said, we're not talking about a ceasefire. We're not talking about a peace treaty. It's nice, very good, you're sorry. Peace in the home means absolute unity, absolute love. Where love, ahava, equals what? We said yesterday, the gematria of love is what? 13? What else is 13?
1, echad.
Echad. Oneness, harmony, peace, unity. Not just you and your wife, but you and God, because you're bringing Hashem into your home. The need for guidance about how to achieve peace in the home is indisputable. Peace in the home, not like any other mitzvah. Yeah, you have to learn it. You have to practice it. You got to put your tefillin on every day. You have to know where to put your boxes, how to hold the straps, where it should be facing. That's a mitzvah. When you learn it, you can do it. But peace in the home is not just something to learn, but it's something to review and analyze and reflect on every single day. Loving kindness. Tehillim number 89 says that the world is built by loving kindness. And if the home is a microcosm of the world, we can say also that the home must be built by loving kindness. Not by tit for tat. Not for I take out the garbage, now it's your turn. Why are you bothering me again? I just did it. Your diaper now. I just changed the biggest poop. Can you give me a break and you do it then now? Please? I just want to rest for a minute. Ethics of our fathers says that we are told, on 3 things does the world stand. What is it?
Prayer, kindness, and Torah.
Service, God, Torah study, and loving kindness. Those three things. Acts of loving kindness is literally what is sustaining the world and your home. It's great to serve God. It's great to learn Torah. But if you're not giving, if you're not being a person who is putting out their love and being kind, but wanting things in return, you are destroying the world. It stands on three legs. You pull away one leg of that chair, crash. It's going to come tumbling down. A man can be the kindest person outside his home, helping widows, helping orphans, doing chesed, packing meals, getting ready to get helmets and bulletproof vests for every soldier in the world. So charitable, raising millions of dollars, the head of the organizations. Everybody looks up to him. What a guy. I wish there could be more people like that in the world, and everything would be cured. Everything would be finished, done, amazing. But guess what? He's doing all that outside the home, and then when he comes home, he yells at his wife, or argues with her, doesn't listen to her. All his kindness to others is worth, guess what? Nothing. Not all your hard work, wasted. Garbage. Loving kindness to strangers, as coupled with a neglect at home, is nothing to sustain the world. Forget your home. The loving kindness of a husband that sustains and builds the world is only that what he does after you make your home solid, after you give to your wife, after you show undisputed, unrelenting love, and you give her everything from yourself. Yeah, then you want to talk about going outdoors. Kindness, tzedakah, chesed starts at home. That's it. You can't start giving everywhere before you give in your house. Once he's concerned himself with her needs so that she is lacking nothing, your check marks are all done and ticked off for the day. She's happy. She's content. She's full of love. Then you can start looking outside. Then you can tend to your chavrusas, to your friends, to everybody else in your community, to everybody else in the world. There's no end to the reward then for what you're going to get. Rolling out the red carpet. 177. A man who performs all kinds of loving kindness outside the home, but forgets about his wife, faces dramatic, difficult challenges. In his own eyes, right? And almost everybody that knows him, he thinks he's honestly a good person. He thinks he's genuine of heart. He thinks what he's doing is respectable, right? And he thinks everybody around him loves him, honors him, says, what a great guy! Unbelievable. Do you know him? People love him. They're so happy. Everybody flocks to be around him. He feels so good. Look what he's doing. Look what everybody loves him. I must be a great guy. That amount of action and chesed that I do, and the positive feedback that I'm receiving, unbelievable. Look at me. The Talmud says, the world stands in merits of good deeds. When he comes home, he expects from his wife, what? What is he be getting all day from everybody? Kissing his tuchus. Hello? They love him. They want his money. People love you. They love your money. Don't get that confused. And then he comes home, and he expects, my wife better kiss my tuchus too. Hello? She better show me the love that I respect and I deserve. That is what my wife should be. He knows all the good and thinks that she should be so grateful of what I'm doing for the world, what I'm doing for our community. Doesn't she see how good a person I am? She should be so kind to me. She should be having dinner ready even before I walk in the door. She should put my slippers on my feet and take off my shoes for me. Yeah? She should have my laundry folded away in all my drawers and get out of the bathroom when I need it. Oh, she has to go. No. You use the kids' bathroom. I got to go on my throne. Hello? It's my throne, not yours. The reality that greets that guy in the face is going to be very different than what he imagines. Full of anger, disdain, complaints, whining, yelling. That is what is going to be blasting him in his face. You think she honors him? Not in the slightest. His status outside does not impress her. I guarantee you. She is not impressed. She is not happy. Her complaints are going to be solely, wholly, totally justified. She has to be his first priority in the world. But she isn't. Good morning, little brother. She is not. He looks everywhere and elsewhere. He spends his whole day doing favors for everybody else. You know why? Because they're not whining at him. They're not complaining at him. They're not telling him what to do. Great, I'll do favors for you all day. I love you. Holy brother, what a mensch. So easy for me to make you happy. But my wife, oh my gosh, forget about it. She doesn't understand why she is at the bottom of the barrel. Why she comes last on his list of priorities. Why is she less important than everybody else in his life? Why does he do extra chesed? For everything except for her. Why does he have time for complete strangers to answer their phone calls, to sit down with them, help them with their problems? But when it comes to her, oh, no, I'm sorry. Sorry, honey, I got to run. Can you please take out the garbage? Can you please wash the dishes? Can you please get the kids dressed for their nighttime? Can you do their baths? I just don't have time. I'm doing good things. You're the woman. Can you take care of this stuff now? Isn't this your job? Isn't this your job? I have my job. You do what you need to do. This is what you're good at. I'm not good at braiding the kids' hair. I'm not a girl. What do I know about their clothes?
But you don't.
What's that?
You know how to braid?
Who knows how to braid?
Exactly my point. So why you have the guy braid the hair if you get...
Learn how to braid! Learn how to take out the garbage. Learn how to what? Is this what makes your wife happy? Does it make her happy or not? If she wants to braid their hair, beautiful. If she loves doing it, it makes her happy. And this is her happiness.
If you're going to make her happy to kill yourself, should you go kill yourself to make her happy?
I don't think that would make her happy. I mean, unless you're driving her to the point of suicide because you're a momster in the house and you need to correct 1,000 other things first. Having learned what first place means, one readily understands what mistake a husband is making. Being naive and unaware, and a husband's ignorant of what it means to have the wife being first place, you can make 1,000 excuses. You don't know what to do. You don't know how to do it. It's not something that I should be doing. But if it means that that's what makes her happy, and that's putting her as your number one priority above everything else in the world, yes, you go on YouTube and take a class how to learn braiding kids' hair. Instead of doing everything else, that you running out to Mariv, running to learn a chavrusa, going to do a business deal. First place, number one priority. Don't justify your bad behavior. Learn expectations of what she would love to have in your house. And then you'll understand what true peace is when she starts to honor and love you back with trueness and realness. And with that, have an awesome, dacious, amazing rest of your day.